रंग मन में दिखाए, प्रकाशित हृदय में ईश्वर।
ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Omkar, am I on the screen? Everybody is able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, we won't have this invocation just now because it's out of context. Okay, so hi everybody.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om, Hari Om. Hi.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Hari Om, sir.
Thank you. So, Janki ji, as you know, is taking a retreat somewhere, and she's asked me to continue for these 3 weeks. But most of you have come to this class earlier also. So, my tendency is not to interfere with her flow. You're doing meditation. Next topic is technique of meditation. So I don't want to interfere with her flow. But around this topic of meditation is something that we should think about. What is Swamiji's take on meditation? He's very clear about it. What is his take on meditation as a stress buster? Question. It's not his personal take. He's given what is it called? Observations that back it. But what is his take on meditation as a stress buster, as something that will lend solace and peace into your life?
Actually, he is against meditation.
The answer is right, but it's not fully. If it's against meditation, he won't have a chapter.
Prematurely.
Condition is there. Condition is there, but he is against.
Premature. He's against premature meditation.
Correct. What he is against is premature. Can you explain what is premature meditation? You're right. He's against premature meditation. Well, what is meaning of it? Everybody in the world is saying that we are not grafting meditation as an essential aspect of our daily routine. That is why we are suffering. He's the only
Meditation.
one who says, he's the only one who says that if you graft meditation into your life now, it is the premature exercise, it will do harm to you.
Premature,
I explained to you.
by premature, he means that when you are full of desires yet, and you still get into meditation.
So, to explain that, he has broken the paradox that meditation, when you is sitting in quietude, in simple terms, it is sitting in quietude. So you ask the mind to come into a bubble of silence. So as long as the mind remains in that bubble of silence, you are peaceful. At that point of time, worries and anxiety subside. So you withdraw into this bubble periodically to escape the stress and strain of life. That's why people do it. Where is the catch? Where is the catch? I'm asking.
What they are attempting is not technically meditation.
No, let it be technically meditation, not that. The point is, whatever form you attempt, if you can keep that mind in a bubble of silence, in that bubble of silence, for that period, the mind is free of stress. What is the problem?
You will get happiness, but it will be temporary.
That is what we are saying. The happiness is that for a while your mind is free from the stress and strain of the day. You can have a glass of whiskey also, and your mind will be quiet. You can play with your grandkids also. Mind will be happy, quiet. You get more pleasure out of it actually, playing with your grandkids than sitting and meditating. But it's a nice 15 minutes. It drains away your stress for what you had from the day. It's a pleasant experience. Where is the catch, sir?
Catch is you are still full of desires. That is the problem.
So therefore, no, I also got desire, but I am not hassled. The people who are tall, Janaki also has got desire, but she is not hassled. I can assure you I have not vacated desire. I am speaking to you because of desire. If I don't have desire, why will I talk? If you don't have desire, why will you come here? If you don't have desire, why will you log into this class? You're not logged into this class in order to agitate yourself. You logged into this class because of what? The answer lies there actually. You logged into this class because of what?
Desires.
Higher quality desires.
My dear, you have logged into this class. Sharad, I don't know you, my dear. I'm just picking you up from random because you're on my screen. Why are you logged into this class, Sharad?
Because of a desire to learn.
Desire to learn. So you logged into the class because there is, you expect to gain some insight into life. Desire for knowledge, correct?
Yes.
Sorry?
No, I'm sorry, there's background noise from where I'm, so I'm going in and out of mute.
No, but they should switch off there. Please switch off your mic. You logged into the class because of the expectation that you will get some knowledge, but it's not any knowledge. You're not logged into the class to get any knowledge. You're logged into this class to get what kind of knowledge?
The knowledge.
You're logging into to Jankiji's class and whichever Vedanta class you go to. You're
Yes.
logging into it to get which kind of knowledge? Correct.
And the kind of knowledge that will help me in my spiritual evolution.
Now, spiritual evolution is abstract term. Which knowledge will help you in spiritual evolution?
Knowledge of
knowledge of
knowledge of
Vedantic knowledge.
knowledge of life and living, knowledge of complexity of life, knowledge of what are the correct values in life, knowledge of what is meaning and purpose, knowledge of why is it that when I want to do something, my reason bids me to do something, but at the end of the day, I keep doing something which is contrary to what I want to do. Why is that happening? So, knowledge of paradoxes of life. This is what you want to know. So as you go through these classes, most of you have come here. I expect you've been here for a long time. So as you come to these classes and we sit and we discuss, and I'm sure Janki ji provokes you into questions and you attempt to answer and remove contradictions, etc. You are gaining knowledge of different aspects of life. Some of them are... Sorry? You are gaining knowledge of different aspects of life. As you gain knowledge of different aspects of life, you gain different sets of perspective. And as you gain different set of perspectives, your approach to life changes from what you originally thought. So what happens to your approach to life as you gain this knowledge and you graft it into your life? What happens to you?
You become more
What is
objective.
happening to you? Yes, you're becoming more objective. Correct. You're becoming more objective. So in the beginning, you didn't know what is happening. Later on, you got a perspective and you started to understand why things are happening. But then you start to apply them in your life. But your carry forward bias still topples you. But after getting toppled, you step back and find out the correct reason. If you are getting angry, by now you know anger is caused by unfulfilled desire, by holding on to a desire which doesn't have merit at that point in time. Because the opposite person is impulsive. Because he's impulsive, he will say something without thinking. If he says something without thinking, he may insult you, he may abuse you, he may do anything. So to expect an impulsive person to think before he talks is your madness, not his. So when you step back like that, then you learn how to diffuse anger after you got angry. And once that is fully absorbed, what will happen when that fellow blurts out again? Once you understand that fully, what will happen if he starts blurting again?
You begin to accept that the person is operating from his or her nature. And
what will happen to will happen to your equanimity? This is what I'm asking. Because you understood that fully, what happens to your equanimity and sporting spirit?
it will be much greater.
No. So you laugh it, or internally you laugh it, or you deal with it as it doesn't bug you. No, it doesn't bug you. So it is your understanding of the dynamic of anger. If you fully absorbed it, somebody else's, you will not get angry because somebody else's misbehavior doesn't bother you, because he's impulsive fellow. Today he'll blurt out like that, tomorrow he'll be somebody else. You become objective, correct? Therefore, the reason why we get bugged and stressed is because our mind rules our intellect, because we are not capable of being objective in real time. We are only objective after the event. So to be objective in real time, you have to do what? be objective in real time, you have to do what?
Think.
Huh?
I mean,
What is
reflect
it you have to do in order to be objective in real time?
reflect
To be
upon your learnings
objective
in
in
real
real time is not to get locked. Your mind doesn't get locked or unbalanced when there is a provocation. That's being objective in real time. You're not bothered by why this should happen, why that is happening. So there are answers to everything. So you're not confused. If you're not confused, you're not. You don't get disturbed at things that are happening, which to other people seem very confusing. There's a person, as you know, in Mumbai some time ago, he didn't like what his girlfriend did. So in the middle of the street, he picked up a spanner and smashed her head and killed her. So why did you do that? Why did you do that? He killed her. What is it you must understand? Because that's the story of the day, that's why I'm repeating. All of you know the story or not? It's coming in the papers. No? The guy's photo is coming in the paper. The Pune boy who smashed the car, etc. It's coming in the paper. Why did that? I'm asking. Now he's saying, I don't know why. I just middle of the street. And they say, I'll kill you, get out of here. Why did you kill her?
in a fit of rage.
Asking this. What is the meaning of rage? I understand. What is the meaning of that? There's nothing in the fit of rage. Why? How can a person go become his person whom he loves? Why does he kill a person that he loves? Fit of rage. Of course, he killed her in the fit of rage. Why did that happen? He's not going to help you by saying the generalization fit of rage. What is it? Answer is correct. How did that rage come?
Because of attachment.
What happened because of that?
Desires thwarted.
Then what happened?
The rage happened because the desires were thwarted.
When the desire is thwarted, what happens?
He lose the control. He acted on mind, no
Lose-
intellect. So he killed
Shanti,
that.
don't jump the gun. Don't jump the gun. If desire is thwarted, what happens?
The mind,
Anger.
Huh?
takes control.
Then what happens?
The mind takes control over the intellect and then heads in its own direction, and we basically lose control.
Generalization.
Yeah. Yes.
Generalization.
Mm-hmm. True.
So therefore, you have to be specific. Omkar, in one of those slides, you got a ladder of fall. I didn't forward it to you. You think you can access it?
Yes, sir. I think so. Give me.
You access. There is a ladder of fall. There is a. Thank you. While you are accessing it, otherwise Sarah can help. Sarah, ladder of fall. Unless I don't know what you're listening on, but Omkar can access it. Is smartphone. Yes. Desire is thwarted. What will happen? You can do one of two things. You can, if you understand, you would say, okay, is this desire valid at this point of time? So if it's not valid, what I'm making a simple point that if rainy season, if there is something there, if there's an accident in front, there is a pile up behind. So if you understand that there is a pile up, so wanting traffic to move when there is a pile up, is my stupidity. If there is alternative, I do it. Otherwise, I switch on the music and wait. So you scale back the desire because it's not operable at that point in time. then you diffuse anger. But we are talking here. If you don't allow, and you allow the desire to mount and it gets thwarted, what will happen?
The mind takes over control over everything.
The mind has taken over control, my dear. The mind is insisting on something which it cannot get, which is the thwarting.
Anger will
Mind
come
is
out.
insisting. His mind is insisting that the girl, imaginary otherwise, should not be looking at another boy. That is what is called. That is the desire. But the girl is looking at the other boy. So therefore, his desire that the girl should only think of him and not of another boy, his desire is thwarted. So what will happen?
Anger will be there, no? Anger.
Huh? Correct.
So,
Now you articulate correctly. Therefore, what is anger?
Disruption of desires.
Anger is a emotion which is a modification of desire. All emotions are modifications of desire. There has to be a desire for an emotion to erupt. Omkar, this is also correct. It's fine, Omkar, but we have it in this thing. So, Sara, do you have in our?
so I've got it, and I will forward it to Mahesh and Bharat.
So
No, it's on my
both are
screen,
not
but
there.
there's a handwritten thing. There is a proper this thing.
Pyramid of desires.
No, not pyramid of desire.
Can you
There is a
can
ladder
you
of
forward
fall.
it to
Ladder of fall. There is a ladder of fall. It's a colored slide. Sarah, you forward it?
no, Brother Adi, I actually don't have it. I'm on my cell phone, so I don't have access
worry.
to the folders.
Don't worry.
Okay, brother.
I'm forwarding you. Okay.
Oh, okay, Brother Adi.
No, I'm forwarding to Omkar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Omkar, you got it now.
Yes, sir. I'm bringing it up. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm talking with the class again. That one thing we must remember, that emotion, we are all familiar with emotion. We don't know the genesis. What is genesis of any emotion? Genesis means origin. Whether good or bad, what is the genesis of all emotion? Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. What is the genesis of all emotion? I'm asking. Sheetal.
Desire.
I'm asking Sheetal, somebody's answering.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
it is.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
I'm sorry.
I don't know the people here, but don't be shy. When it comes out of you, you will get it. If it doesn't come out of you, 100 times you hear it. When it comes, you miss the bus. Sheetal, very Sheetal.
Sir, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you. So, what is the origin of all emotion? Is desire, Sheetal.
Desire, yes.
Now, so what happens if there is no desire?
No desire means it's like moksha.
No, my dear. That answer is correct, but this is out of context, my dear. We are discussing something else.
Okay.
Do you know what today is? What is going to happen at 8 o'clock today, Sheetal?
No, sir.
You don't know. Can anybody else say what will happen at 8 o'clock today?
Cricket final.
World Cup finals.
World Cup final. Correct. World Cup cricket. Huh? Where India is playing Australia. You follow? Sheetal.
Yes, sir.
There is no reason why you should know that. But why you don't know it's World Cup final? Because you have no interest in the cricket. I assume. Correct?
No, sir, I have, but today's thing, I didn't know that today is the final.
That's what I'm saying, very casual interest. No,
Yes, yes, sir.
you follow?
Yes.
The interest in cricket is very casual. So
Yes.
interest in cricket is very casual. What is the kind of emotion that? Come see, come son.
Sorry?
If your interest in cricket is very casual, the
Yes.
emotion that it will erupt, whether you see the match or don't see the match, will be very, very, very superficial. No?
Yes, sir.
So if you don't have desire, means you don't have interest, there is no emotion.
Correct. Correct, sir.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not right or it's not wrong, but you must have a undercurrent of desire for emotion to come into play. You get it?
Yes, sir.
What is your emotion? What is your emotion towards other people's children? It's not that you're without emotion, but
It's
other
not
people's
in-
children, your emotion is okay. It's all right. They're kids. All right.
Yes.
So they play some mischief, do this, do that. It bugs you?
Not really.
Not really. What happens to your children?
No, if my child is doing something, of course it will bug me and I will, there
Of course it will bug you. Of course it will bug you. Why of course it will bug you?
because
See how spontaneously the answer comes.
an emotion.
I'm glad you're honest. It's good to be honest. Of course it will bug you. What?
Because I am emotionally attached to him and I am his mother.
No, that is because you have a perverted equation with your child. This is my child, is not your child. It is a child. It is not your child. But you have a sensible equation with other people's children. You have very, very good feeling towards children, but you enjoy them, but children are children. So you have an objective take on other people's children. You have a personalized take on your children. It is not your child.
But sir, it is because I have expectations from my child as well.
That is what I am trying to tell you, that it is a child. As a mother, you have no authority to expectation of your children. You have to wait for their personality to unfold and then moderate your expectation according to your child's temperament. You are not there to arm twist their temperament to suit your pattern.
Correct.
You
Yes.
follow. This is a perspective. No.
Yes.
This is the perspective. If you have this perspective, you will go through this up and down of mother-child business with a sporting spirit. If you don't have this perspective, every little thing will bug you.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? So the more intense the desire, and you don't keep that desire in perspective, you follow? If you don't keep in perspective, then that if that desire is not fulfilled, you will blow up into a fit of rage.
Okay.
You
Sir,
understand
thank
this?
you. Yes, thank you for
No,
asking because I am going through this with my
No,
child.
No, that is what I'm trying to tell you, my dear. Let us go through this exercise. See, this is flow of thoughts. Since the whole graph is there, I'm just explaining the graph. The ladder of fall. Ladder of fall means you fall from grace and ultimately destroy yourself. So, if the flow of thought, initially there is a flow of thought between, initially desire has to be there. So, in the beginning, there is a flow of thought between you and that person, you and the child. If you
Can I request Omkar to just show me on the screen because I feel that I'm talking to a screen. Omkar, can you please show my click my video? I can't see. I can see sir, and I can see the thing.
No, that's all right. What do you want to do, my dear?
I just want Omkar has put a screen. So Omkar,
Yes,
can you
sir.
put my video on? Can
No,
you
no.
put my video on?
Your video is on. You're right now seeing the screen. Everybody's seeing the screen.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
okay.
we are all seeing the screen because nobody wants to see my face. You want to see my face is not going to remove your this will remove your disturbance. I'm like a microphone. You don't want to see the microphone. Anyway, so this is the ladder of all. Right? So if there is a thought and you dismiss it with the intellect, there is no desire. I'm not saying that the thought of taking care of your child should be dismissed by the intellect, but that thought has to be put in its place. But there are many things. Once you have a game plan in life, once you have made a plan of action for yourself to simplify your life and give it a structure, then many other things which are independently okay now don't fit into the scheme of things, so you dismiss it. At this point of time, a thought may come to you, what is happening to my daughter? What will you do with it? Who was I talking to? Cheater I was talking to, no? At this point of time, as I'm discussing with you, supposing thought comes to you, what is my daughter doing or your son? What will you do with the thought? I'm asking.
Sir, what is my son doing? So I
don't know if you have a son, my dear. I'm making assumption. Just now you want to.
I have a son. If he's doing the right thing, then I'll be happy.
At this point of time, is it an appropriate time to entertain that thought? Just now you're listening to this explanation. No.
Sir,
you're listening to this explanation, is it not?
Properly. I can't hear you properly.
At this point of time, you're listening to this explanation.
Yes, sir.
I don't. While you're listening to the explanation, is it the appropriate time to think what your son is doing?
No.
So therefore, you dismiss the thought. No, you should dismiss it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Correct.
There is a time and place for things, right? So if you, like that, dismiss the thought which is not applicable, then you are in control of your desire.
Correct. Yes. Sir.
But if you don't dismiss and you entertain it, you become attached.
Yes, sir.
There is a connection between you and whatever it is. You become attached to that. You follow.
Correct. Correct.
And if you no, it's all right. If you allow that thought currents to strengthen even further, you have a powerful desire. So once that desire generates a certain power, the capacity to control it becomes more difficult. If you want to have a safety net with respect to money when you're 50 or 60, what do you have to do now? You have to make an intelligent program of investment, correct? So therefore, you should decide on your saving quantum. That saving quantum, you use tech and transfer it as SIP into your mutual fund account. And whatever is the balance is the budget with which you should conduct your life now. So if you are seeing something in the store window which does not fit into your budget, you understand, you dismiss the thought. It's inappropriate. It doesn't fit. You dismiss the thought. If you dismiss the thought, there is no problem. But you're not dismissing the thought. You're looking at the purse and you're looking at, but it's 6,000 rupees, but you can afford 2,000 rupees, but you wish you could do 6,000 rupees. You're entertaining the thought, so before you know what is what, you succumb to temptation. I'm giving you a simple example. How to dismiss a thought is context. Once you decide on a plan of action, once you decide on a budget, it doesn't suit your budget, dismiss the thought, forget about it. There's nothing left. If you maintain desire, now this is the modification. Interruption or interference of desire, its natural effect is anger. So anger is a modification that is caused by interference of desire. So the man's desire is that his girl must now look at him, not look at the other person. So she, according to him, looked at the other person with a romantic. So he got very annoyed that you belong to me, not to him. So his anger swelled up. So you can only control that anger if the underlying desire is diffused by the intellect. And you can only have empathy and understanding of another person's anger if you understand what is the underlying desire that has been interfered with. If you understand the underlying desire that interfered with, then you will handle it correctly. If you don't understand, you will get bugged. Why are you getting it? Why husband gets angry at you?
No. Sir, if I am angry for some reason, so it is because of my interference of desire.
That is what I am trying to tell you. Why sometimes you get bugged at your husband. I'm sorry, I don't even know if you're married. If you're married, it's fine. Okay, so you get bugged with your husband. But if you get bugged at your husband for something different, you are bugged at him because he's irritated at you. He's become irritable with you. But you know why he's got irritable with you. He got irritable with you because he's bugged in the office. So it's frustration in the office. He's taking out on you. This is bugging you now. You understand?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sometimes, not all the time. So you know it. If you've been with a fellow for 20 years, you know why he's bugged. So his frustration there in the office, he's using you to diffuse his frustration. So that's the office problem. Why are you throwing on my head? What is this thing to understand? But you have to understand that is what desire that has been taught. And
okay,
your husband's mind has taken over. So if you understand this, you will you put on Teflon coating. You put on Teflon coating. Nothing. You hear it out. You hear it out and give him a cup of tea and deflect it. If you don't understand it, you say, why are you getting bugged? I have not done anything. Office has done this. Why you are getting angry?
right.
Loss of objectivity. You understand? This is what I am trying to tell you. So it is objectivity that removes stress. Husband is not cause of stress. But you don't understand. But anyway, so anger can be diffused by stepping back and analyzing the desire that you have. The desire that you have, that your husband should keep his office problems in office and not come and throw it on you, is a untenable desire, if that is the kind of husband you have. I'm not blaming your husband, I don't even know. You've been living with the fellow for that many years. You follow. Whatever it is in the intimacy of married life, very few people are guarded in what they speak and respect that intimacy. Most people abuse the freedom of intimacy and say what they want. Whether it's right or wrong, appropriate or inappropriate, they let fly. Just like you, if you are disturbed at some point of time, you use that fellow as your garbage ban for your emotional garbage. He is not there. Husband is not there to carry your emotional garbage. But you overwhelm him with your emotional outbursts. Is it not? Sometimes. Is he there to carry your emotional garbage? Whether he likes it or not, he has to carry it. So you have to carry his emotional garbage. What do you want to do? This is life. If you understand that, you learn to handle yours and you can take the other fellow's garbage and garbage it. Don't take it inside. Sorry, I keep forgetting the name. Who was I talking to? Peter, no?
Sheila.
Sheeta, you were talking.
Sorry, Sheila, yes.
So what I'm trying to say is that if your objective, you do two things. You don't use somebody else as garbage can for your emotional baggage. Emotional baggage, you understand. Grief is not to be shared. Joy is to be shared. The grief you swallow on your own, drain it out of your system, wash your face, put on lipstick, come out and smile. This is the way to get on in life. To be sorrowful and miserable is a social, moral, and religious crime. World wants your joy and cheer, is not interested in your sorrow. Follow. This is what you have to do first. At the same time, you will not be exempt from other people using you as a dumping ground for their emotional garbage. What are you supposed to do with that emotional garbage? You garbage it. You need to return to center, you throw it out, you don't take it in. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. It's just outburst. Nothing will happen. If you have proper understanding of human nature, all this will not happen. But nevertheless, you will get angry if desire is interrupted. I'm not going through the others, but I'm just reading that if your desire is, if you're successful in pursuing desire, the chances are you're not controlling it, you'll become greedy. But that's not how you'll see it. Instead of seeing it as greed, you'll see it as what? If you instead of seeing it as greed, you'll see it as what?
Ambition.
You'll see it as ambition. Your greed is masked as ambition. Ambition is fine, but ambition is moderated by intellect. It's not moderated by the intellect, it becomes greed. That's why people borrow. What is greed in married life? What is greed in married life? I'm asking.
That your spouse acts and behaves as per your likings.
No, that is not the greed. The greed is that after many weeks, one particular week, he was very pleasant and very kind. And you had a nice Sunday afternoon or your nice Saturday evening. After many weeks you had. So what is the grief? What is the greed? What is the
That
greed
he
I'm
remains-
asking?
That he should remain
After
very
many
nice
weeks,
all the time.
most of the time he's churlish and off center. This particular week he was like old days. He was very kind and helpful, and you had a nice time together. You enjoyed each other's company after a long time. What is the greed?
That he remains the same.
The
All
greed
the
is that
time, like this.
next week also we should have the same kind. Forget about it. That is being greedy. You learn how to be pleasant and you learn how to be his reticence is your opportunity for you to become self-sufficient. Problem of all this is become more dependent. The greed. And those who have less than you, you develop arrogance. And those who have more success than you, you develop envy. But the envy is masked as what? Envy is masked as what?
Again, ambition.
No. Greed is masked as ambition. Greed is masked. Envy is masked as what? You're looking at your, what is it called? Every day you're exchanging photos and pictures. No, what are you saying? This is normal thing. When you see other people, your friends are sending you pictures of their grandchildren, their holiday, their photo, their this, their that. What are you telling them? You're giving them thumbs up. No, you're saying wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You're posting heart. All this is all that is that you're telling. Inside what you're feeling. I'm asking question, man.
That the person is showing off.
Inside you're feeling envy, my dear.
Yes.
That I am not my he's showing off, my kids are better than that. Why my child not like that? Why am I not looking like that? Just because he's thin, she's showing off like this, like this. You're speaking with a sweet tongue. You're saying, how wonderful, how wonderful, how wonderful. Inside you're burning.
Hypocrisy. It is hypocrisy.
No, whatever it is, man, it is. But you are burning, but you are not able to. You require honesty, you require intellect to understand that you are fooling yourself, that you are actually envious, but you are showing, you're smiling. It's burning you inside. Negative emotion. Objectivity means what? All is well and wisely put. Everybody has his own talent, everybody has his own capacity, and everybody's talent and capacity has a place in the scheme of things. Why on earth you want to look better than others, better than yourself in the eyes of others? That is your problem. The problem is pretentiousness. You want to showcase yourself better than what you actually are. And for that, you're compromising so many things, you're compromising, including your own values. And when you see somebody, that fellow is also faking it. So you are envying. Madness is going on. But you are putting on an act that how wonderful is envy. Then once you get attached, we are talking of attachment here, and you have powerful desire, then the thought of losing what you are attached to will cause you fear. The thought of losing will cause you fear. Get out, I don't care. As soon as he gets out, you say, I hope he did take it literally, it will cause you fear. What is going to happen if you are attached? The thought of loss will cause you fear, and the thought of losing will cause you fear, and the actual loss will cause you grief. If you are attached, what is going to happen? I am asking. You are attached to. By definition, you said just now, I'm very attached to my children. So you are attached. So what is going to happen?
The more attached I am, the more pain I'll feel.
You will suffer.
And the greater will be the fear that that person will walk away from me. The greater is the fear the person will walk away from me. The attachment, you want to hang on to the fellow. Is it not?
Yes.
You don't want to articulate it, but you say, okay, look, if you talk to your children like that, if you do that, they'll walk away from you. They no, don't talk like that. So you're afraid that they will walk away from you. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? I'm asking you. What is going to happen if you're attached to somebody or something? What is going to happen?
You're
So
always
is that
Huh? Somebody, Sarah, what will happen if you're attached to somebody? Anybody?
It is repulsive to the other
Forget
person.
about the person. What is the quality, what is inherent in that property of attachment with respect to the opposite fellow?
fear of loss, and hence
The person who is attached has an undercurrent of fear that he may lose it.
yes.
I am asking a different question. What is the quality of attachment? What will happen, sir?
To the opposite person, it's repulsive because you become very possessive.
Yeah,
And
correct,
that,
correct. For the
that
opposite
leads
person,
to,
that quality of attachment is repulsive, correct, offensive, correct. Since it is repulsive and offensive, what is going to happen?
it eventually leads to breakdown of the relationship because
No, the
the more
opposite
you
person
want
will
to,
say enough is enough, see you later, Bob.
yeah,
You understand? So therefore,
yes.
what am I getting at? That attachment is a guarantee Of what?
Separation.
Breakdown of
Huh?
relationships.
Attachment is a guarantee of loss. As soon as you're attached, it's a matter of time before which the thing will break up. You are promoting opposite of what you want. It's a guarantee of loss. Your children will not stay with you. Full stop. Anything but you. Guarantee. This is what you don't understand. You're doing opposite of what you want. They will not listen to you. Too much. Get out of my head. They're only what they're yearning for is please, please, please get out of my head. That is what is happening in real time life. Your 40% of people in mothers in America, they are bemoaning themselves. They're sitting and crying, and they form support group. What they form support group for? I'm asking. Chital, parents in America, they form support group for what? Anybody can answer.
I am muted, sir. I am muted.
But you may be
No,
muted, you
you're
can
not
answer.
muted.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you please repeat the question?
The question is, do you know the meaning of being ghosted? It's a what is it called? Kya bolta hai? It's a terminology that is used nowadays in social media. What is the meaning of being ghosted?
Constantly follow and see what other people are doing.
Huh? No,
Sir,
somebody can
you asked
explain
me
what is
for.
what
No,
is
it's
the
the
meaning.
opposite of
Omkar,
that,
just explain what
Shrivan.
is the meaning of being ghosted.
Deserted.
Not deserted. You are switched off, man. You are blocked. No. To be ghosted means you are blocked from accessing that person through the media. No? Your email will not go through, SMS will not go through, nothing will go through. You are blocked. You cannot
Block.
access that person through. That is meaning of being ghosted. Follow?
Oh yes.
That is it. I also did not know what it meant till somebody explained to me. This is the meaning of being ghosted. 40% of women are saying our children have ghosted us. We cannot access them because when we try to access them, they block. They don't understand why it is like that. Why is it like that? Because of attachment. Attachment guarantees that you will be ghosted. So what is the idea of having this understanding? Nobody understands this, so you live in fear. And the actual loss will cause you grief. Whichever way it is lost, children, mothers are lost because empty nester. Empty nester means children are now settled down, they've gone, I've got nothing. So there is a sense of grief, loss. Somebody dies, your partner dies, you're at a loss. Because you don't understand. You don't understand. What you don't understand? What is the purpose of marriage? You don't understand. What is the purpose of marriage? Sarah, what is the purpose of marriage?
To disencumber the other
In and through
person.
your companionship and support of each other, in and through that, what is the objective
In and
of
through
it?
that, to disencumber the other person of your need for him, and at the same time, make him self-sufficient from you.
Speak a little louder so people can hear.
In and through
That's
your
so.
obligations, to disencumber the opposite person of your need for him, and at the same time, make them self-sufficient from you.
Your obligation in the marriage is to understand that your desire is the opposite person's burden. Therefore, it is your moral duty to disencumber that person of your need for that person. And at the same time, you're obliged to be supportive of that other person's need, not to the cost of crippling him. In and through your engagement with the opposite person, You must make him self-reliant and self-confident enough to understand that he does not need you. This is the dignity of a marriage. If you understand that dignity and that person in the fullness of time calls it quits and he goes because he dies, you salute him for the support that he's given you, and you salute him that let him carry on and get on with the next part of your life. I'm okay. This is the dignity of birth and this is the dignity of death. Nobody is understanding this point, so you're sitting and crying, man. Opposite person needs to go, needs to find a vibrancy which is lost. Now he will find a vibrancy in terms of body and intensity and to engage himself in his next innings. So who are you and I to hold that person back? Let him go. You're sitting and crying. Ignorance is a cause of this greed and attachment. This is objectivity. If you have objectivity, you will be stressed at birth and death. You will be stressed at anger. I'm asking you. It's right. My wife died. We went to Swamiji. Swamiji, son, this chapter is shut. Next chapter has to open. My son was there. I was there. He understood. We understood. So therefore, pleasantly we exchanged for 10 minutes. You understand? She died at 11 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock was funeral, 7 o'clock ceremony over, 8 o'clock we went to Pranam to Swamiji. I'm sorry, but this chapter is shut. Next chapter is to open. Carry on. He went to work. I went to work at 9 o'clock. There's no disrespect. No stress, zero stress. Objectivity is unmanaged desire. Lack of objectivity is cause of stress. From I, why is it happening to me? That's why these negative emotions come. No negative emotions come from being unselfish. Unselfish, you are helpful. Put up the graph, please, Omkar. If you are not able to handle these emotions with intellect, if you're not objective, then there is a escalating, the emotion rises in intensity beyond the point of control. You go into delusion. Mind takes over and you are in delusion. You don't know what is right, what is wrong. That thought is holding you hostage. At that point of time, control is impossible. And from delusion leads to loss of memory. The loss of memory leads to loss of intellect. And loss of intellect degenerates into destruction of the personality. The fall is complete. So in the example that we were talking of the guy who hammered his girlfriend to death in public, this is what has happened. Because he's the same guy, ordinarily speaking, himself is afterwards, he's saying, I don't know why I did this, but I did it. I don't know, something got over. This you must understand. That no control and powerful desire, how can you say a thing, how can you do a thing like that? Powerful desire, it blows out of proportion, he becomes delusional. When he becomes delusional, he's lost his memory, he's lost his intellect. In a state of normalcy, he understands that he's going overboard. But he lost his memory, he lost his intellect, so he lost it. He killed that fellow, now his life is finished. His fall is complete, you can't do anything. If you understand this dynamic, your blood will not curdle why this is happening. If you don't understand this dynamic, your blood will curdle. Okay, how can such a thing happen? It's capable, you will be in difficulty. You believe it is not going to happen. So let me tell you another story.
So before that, so I have a question. I understand loss of intellect, but I'm not sure about what is the meaning of loss of memory here. What happens? Because
unless you lose memory, how you can you lost memory of who you are, where you are, you lost memory of perspective. Is it if normal fellow, you will kill the fellow in public?
So how is it different from loss of intellect? Like, I mean, in loss of intellect, you lose the power.
Once the memory is gone, once memory is gone, means you're in total state of total delusion. There is nothing. There is no restraining internal restraining power. That's what it means. That's
So
what it means. This is how Krishna describes it. That's why it is repeated over there. In Sanskrit, this is the language that is used.
But memory is
a loss of
memory is
memory
understood.
is your ego, no. So in your ego there is sensibility also, no. So the sense of sensibility is gone, and intellect is totally gone. There is no intellect left. It is overpowered you. There is nothing left to hold you back. Your conscience is not there to hold you back. One part of your memory is your conscience, even that is gone. You get it? Everything is gone. So you are only overpowered by that thought. And that thought means you do something which is insane, and that destroys your personality. But I am giving you a final example of mother and daughter. Because we started, you would say this fellow is mad. Girlfriend is all right. But what about mother and daughter? Mother love for daughter is unconditional. Is also true story, which happened in Mumbai. So it was, huh?
Yeah, I heard that story.
No, let other people hear, no. It happened in Mumbai. It's good to remember because you think it may not happen to you, but mind crosses a certain threshold. You or I can do anything. The mother is a 12th grade, 12th standard, whatever it is, important exam. Mother was revising with the daughter the exam. It's a history thing. So she asked questions. So that daughter made mistakes. He says, I have sat up at night learning this so that I can take your test that you have learned it. I have said, burnt midnight oil. I expect you to respect it. They asked the question. She could not answer. They go and revise again. Came back, asked some question. One question she answered to a third answer. She faltered, could not answer. They, don't annoy me. Don't annoy me. Don't annoy me. You give me a straight answer. One more chance. She came back. Mother had taking this in the kitchen along with the daughter. Came back, asked the question, answered one correctly, answered second question incorrectly. You are a useless child. You are no good. This is not the way that you should. This is the way you treating your studies and your mother's diligence. She had a knife in her hand. She took the knife and stabbed her to death. Took the knife and stabbed her to death. This is true story. Can't control your emotion. You enter delusion, from delusion, loss of memory, from loss of memory, loss of intellect, destruction of personality, fall is complete. The judge has, what is it called? Not given her a sentence. Judge has agreed that it is loss of sanity. When there is loss of sanity, there is no, the law is lenient. She pleaded, I don't know. The judge says, what you have done, you will have to live with the rest of your life. That is sentence enough. This is life. Meditation is not going to help her. Reflection and contemplation on the dynamics of emotion, that will help you manage your emotion. Meditation, sitting in silence without knowledge, how is it going to help? So what we are going to do next time is you have to substitute that word meditation for active thinking, constructive thinking, for reflection and contemplation. So reflection and contemplation is picking up something and examining it from various angles, from various perspectives. Then you get fortified with knowledge. Once you're fortified with knowledge, you know how to handle yourself. So this struggle you have to go through. Then your mind is calm. Once the mind is calm, you're fine. Just one more, put up James Allen, please, on the screen. calmness of mind.
Yes, sir. 1 second. It's James Allen. So which one is that?
I've sent you a PDF, Calmness of Mind, by James Allen. I have not sent.
No, sir.
If you have not sent, I will send you. You post it as PDF for the class for next week.
Okay, sir. I will do that.
Okay, we are done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om, sir. Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari